Hello, everyone. How are you doing? Okay, what we're going to do today is look at some sterling silver Canadian coins. 1575, so they're a couple bucks a piece. They're all 5-cent ones, or there's one 10-cent one. We'll go ahead and show the 10-cent one first. It's 1917. King George. It's game night. How you doing? If you can't stick around, you'll want to watch a little bit later. So if you can't, like I said, if you can't watch, you can come back in a few minutes. Yeah. Well, I got 7 of them, 5 or 6 5 cents and 1 7 or 1 10 cent for 7 of them for 15 bucks. Now this one, I looked up on AmpMex how much it to get one of these. Well, that went flying. Okay, what is that? They're small coins, very easy to lose on the floor. But I found it. All right, we'll go on to the next one. I'll try to be a little more careful with them because they are tiny. These 5-cent coins are very thin and very small. This one is 1919. It's got a little toning or dirt on it. These things are super thin, by the way. Much thinner than what the 10-cent one is. Let's see if I can see the date. This is 1912. 5-cent Canadian. King George. Now, one thing I didn't realize in these, they have them face different directions. This one is a little bit older, being that it's a 1906 one. And it's dirty, real dirty right there at the bottom. It's got something stuck on the coin, it looks like. I mean, these are super small. This little Queen Elizabeth, which is like a necklace or something, or a bracelet charm. All right, here's another one that's 5 cents. It's 1915. This one's toned, which helps bring out the details quite well. It is a 1914. It's very dark on the back, but it does help you see the details on this quite a bit. Now, looking at these on AppMex to get some kind of idea of value, this Queen Victorian or Victoria one, this one's from 1899. I believe the Queen Victoria ones that they had listed, they wanted $14.99 a piece for them, any quantity that you wanted to buy. This wasn't bought for melt because, I mean, when you look at what you got here, You got 6 little bitty 5-cent coins and 1 Canadian, what is like they don't call them dimes, but it's 10 cents. I believe it's about the same size as American 10-cent coin. Let's see if I got one in my pocket. I know I do. Penny. That was a penny. There we go. Let's just come out of my pocket. It looks a little thinner, but it's about the same diameter. This is 2020D, by the way, which hasn't been in circulation a real long time. A little scratched up, but not too bad. All right, let's move on a little bit. Put the dime back in my pocket. And leave these sitting right there for people to see in case someone else shows up. Now, this is a Morgan dollar copy. It's made for magician stunts. It's made out of steel for magnet tricks. When you compare it to this, which is actually a Morgan dollar, you can hear the sound of the coin. Still pings really high, not like silver. Real high, don't ring very long. When you crack a silver one like this, it has a way different tone to it. I could keep it balanced on my finger long enough to do this. It has a nice ring to it. So these are obviously faked. But when you look at the design of the Morgan face on it, side by side, and then the eagles on the back, it's fairly close in the design and look, but it's a little off. But that's to help people not mistake these for being real Morgans. Now, if you take one of these and put it in a card mount, throw 1888 Philadelphia on it and call it a Morgan dollar, you're committing fraud. And if someone doesn't know better, they might pay you whatever an 1888 Morgan dollar would normally go for. So don't fall for that. Okay. Now, aside from all these, we'll talk a little bit about the New Orleans Mint and these coins. This one on the front, most of the rim is pretty solid. Has a little bit of a dent there, right there. The back, the rim is kind of solid most of the way. It's starting to go away some spots. It's Orleans Mint. This is about what half dollars are running right now. 24x, 25x, or more, depending on who you buy them from. I'm going to go ahead and flatten these staples out. Use a standard pair of pliers. Doesn't have to be Stanley ones like these are. But, you know, they're what's handy. And they're not bad pliers, I mean, for what they are. The 1907 Orleans. But he had one other one. And someone wrote what looks like 26 bucks, but it got marked down to 12. It says bid of 29 and good. The front, when you look around the rim, it's dirty and stuff, but it does look like the front of this is the rim's pretty well all there. It's when you get to the back that you notice it's really worn out on the rim on the back. Somebody probably played sliding coin games with this and had it on the back side more and they would slide it back and forth or whatever. And my dad told me about a game he used to play with some of his friends back. Now, it won't take much more than that O, which is barely visible in this, will go away and you won't be able to see it. It's still there, but just barely. So this coin will have to be protected from getting any more wear from that, or else you won't be able to tell it's an Orleans mint anymore. At that point, it'll become an 1898 more or Barber $half. You won't be able to see the $half because that part's pretty well worn off of this. But it is still there. So I added a couple more Orleans mint coins, which I quite like to do. Don't know why, but on my channel, when I feature a Morgan, or not Morgan, but a Barber half, quarter, or even dime, sometimes they get a lot of views. Now, sent one of these to AG Stacker, and in the process of sending it, the envelopes got torn open, and this did not make it to him. He hasn't told me any updates because he talked to his postmaster, but if his postmaster goes through and finds out every place it's been, and maybe it got stuck in one of their machines, got ripped out and fell in a catch bin, there's a chance he might be able to get it. It's not looking good though. But these Liberty Bell A marks are pretty cool. I like them quite a bit. Of course, this one's really nice. Constitution Mint. Quotes the Constitution and what it says on the back of this. No state shall make anything but gold and silver coin a tender in payment of debt. That's Article 1, Section 10 of the U.S. Constitution. We all know that particular rule or whatever law is not being followed because they don't make silver and gold coin anymore for payment of debt. But there's probably some law they passed. I don't know how they got around it, but they don't do it no more. This is another A mark one. This one actually has a date on it. It's 40-year-old. It's a 1983. My coin dealer made a deal and bought a whole bunch of generic silver rounds. He bought about 100 bars too. This one apparently is a little more collectible. Pearl Harbor 50th anniversary coin, or round, I mean. This is 39 fine silver back here. Oh, Ford Island, Oahu, or I don't know how it's pronounced. I'm waiting to see if I can get the Mercury Dime version of this. If I do, I'll have the set. I don't think they made, well, I know they made a 2-ounce piece dollar copy that looks so much like the piece dollar, but it has an extra rim like this. It says piece dollar and it says 2 ounces on the back, about the same as this does. Might have been made by the same people who made these, but these are pretty neat. I want the Mercury Dime one. If anybody ever gets the piece dollar one that I go to and they have it, I might get that too. Well, I mean, might. It's not super expensive, I would. I mean, the price on a silver round like this, my coin shop today, the cheapest one he had was about 28 bucks. Probably go out the door today. And some of them were American Silver Eagles were higher, of course. Premium on them is just crazy. By the way, I'm quite enjoying the fact I got this wooden tray thing here. We'll move these two stickers down. It's like a spice rack, and it holds a bunch of stuff on it neatly. A little bit neater than having the treasure chest back there like I used to do on all my videos for most of the past year. When I was digging through some stuff, I found 5 more of these little coin sets. This one is an oddity one in a way because he stuck a JFK coin in with the Standing Liberty and Morgan and Mercury, Buffalo, and Indian head penny on this one. Stamped with windfall profit. So that's kind of odd that they would put the JFK one in. A little beer money. This one's got all the modern coins in it, except for it has a Mercury dime, miniature Mercury dime there. By the way, whoever done the detail on this, I mean, these are really small, but these backs and fronts on these bigger coins, the 50-cent, quarter, and half dollar, or dollar, I mean, the Ike dollar here on this one, and the Morgan dollar on that. This is the same set, but this one has a rose of, no, it's another Mercury dime in it. This one isn't stamped with anything, but it's the modern set. All of them are modern coins on this one. Roosevelt dime in that one. This one says a little beer money, and it's the modern set with a Mercury dime. So I got 5 more of those, and in addition to this stack of them that I got here, which is 11, I think. So little beer money, a little stash, after Vegas, a small loan, nothing, a little something for Christmas, another small loan, another Christmas one, a little something from Dad. They're neat little coin sets. They weren't terribly expensive. Can't get no more though. Just tell me someone's out in my chat. If you'd say hello. I'd know who it was, and I could tell you thanks for stopping by in the details on the video. Another thing, addicted to minis, was bought some Swiss coins, not this older ones than these. That was silver. And he blamed me, so I had to play the Uno reverse card on him. It's not my fault you bought them. $1951 Australian kangaroo penny. These are large. I mean, next to a half dollar, about the same size. But I don't know how much longer I'm going to go live because I got other stuff I have to do. But I did want to go live for a little bit and cover these little sterling silver coins. And this one might be the most valuable of the bunch, being that it's Queen Victoria. It's a little bit older. It's an 1899 one. Can't remember what Amex said they wanted for these that are the 5-cent size. But I think ones like this one, which is 10 cents, I think they were $4.99 a piece. So the fact that I got all 7 of these coins for $15.75 come out around 220 a coin or something like that. Two and a quarter each. I like these kind of coins. They have some history to them. They're all of them are over 100 years old now. They don't make sterling silver coins for circulation anywhere that I know of. They do make some sterling silver stuff, but it's not circulation coins. This used to be stuff people would spend. I mean, 1906. Now we're talking pre-World War I here. This one could have been in a soldier's pocket during World War I. It's a 1914 because the Canadians did send some soldiers to World War I believe. I think. I know it took the United States a little while before we got into it. We helped end the war with extra manpower that, France and Britain and the other allied nations from World War I probably didn't have. This one's a 1919, which would come out like the year right after the war ended, and then we were in the middle of the flu pandemic, which is pretty bad, killed a lot of people. But I'm about done with my live stream tonight, unless someone has a question, saying there's 2 people in my live stream watching. So if you got a question, pop it on the chat, and I'll try to answer. I'll give you a little bit to type one out. Well, guess no one really has a question, so I'm going to take a little time right here towards the end of this to thank AG Stacker 1776 for his continued support of my channel, commenting my videos, sending me the sticker and other stuff. I want to thank Old Country Coin Collector for being a guest on one of my live streams and sending me that sticker and some other stuff. I want to thank Frosty for sending me this sticker and the other ones that he sent me, which was this one, which is kind of neat, and then this one, which is kind of neat. And AG Stacker also ended up sending me this one, which is kind of neat. It was 8 out of 10 for his giveaway when he was doing a giveaway, which I didn't win the grand prize, but he did send me a 1 gram silver round, which is in my little folder of stuff people have sent to me or gave me. Not everybody has to send. All right, because I got a little coin album. I'll open it up. I'll go over some of the stuff that's in it. This is a 1973 brilliant uncirculated dime. The first thing the AG Stacker, well, it got sent to me through New Silver Stacker, nominated me for his giveaway. Didn't win his giveaway, but this is it's a Monarch 1 gram round he sent me as a part of the giveaway. This is a 2 peso coin, more modern. Probably has a date, and it looks like 2018. Guy at the Mexican restaurant that I eat at often gave that to me. All right, this dime, Mercury dime, I believe this one came from Frosty Metals, or the Frosty stickers. This particular quarter was gave to me by Martin. It's a 1944. I don't think it's an estimate or nothing. These two nickels, Daryl from my jeweler store guy gave me both of these for nothing after I bought something else. He said, "You're going to have them for nothing." One's a shield nickel, another one's a older Jefferson. Now, the dime there, AG Stacker sent me. The Buffalo nickel, Old Country Coin Collector sent me. This last thing, this peach dollar, a friend of mine gave to me. And that's all that's in this coin album. So, hoping to get some more stuff to put in here, but we shall see. Probably going to send something out to a couple people because they've been showing up and supporting my channel quite a bit lately, and I feel like I should reward them with something. Anyway, I'm hoping that everybody's having a good night. Hoping that things go good for you and you don't have, any big problems. The world's full of problems and nobody wants extra problems. So, an AG Stacker gave me this sticker. It's pretty cool with the Liberty Bell. That's why I thought he would have really loved to have one of these. And I tried to get him one, but the US mail just wasn't secure enough to get it to him. But gonna go ahead and wish everyone a good night. Hope that you get what you need out of life and find your own little treasures to pick up and buy. Doesn't have to be silver coin. If you like other things, maybe you like Matchbox type cars, or this isn't a Matchbox one, by the way, but little tank. It says Metal Force on the side. It's made by who is it? Metal Machines. Was made in China. Looks a little bit like a modern Abrams tank, maybe. This doesn't raise up and down very much, but this gas tank on the back stuff, though, don't think that's super accurate. Well, a little story about tanks. Just saw online that in the news, apparently Russia sent some T-54 tanks to Ukraine. These are 70-year-old tanks. They, shortly after World War II, came up with the design and made them. Made a lot of them. They went all over Eastern Europe to all the countries that were under the Soviet influence. If you're sending 70-year-old tanks to the battlefield, you've pretty much depleted your military. Those people are going there in those tanks to die because those tanks are worthless. 70-year-old tanks on the battlefield are sitting ducks. And those guys that are in them, because that's what they got, well, you can blame Mother Russia. Anyway, I hope that everyone has a good night. And I will see you probably tomorrow night for a little while. Have a good night, everyone.